はい、こんばんは、アイトです。今日は、テンガルタワー、推理ゲームをやっていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。これもね、前回やった、シー&ザ・ナイト・ベアラーと同じく、スチームでセール中のゲームですね。はい、楽しみだな、推理ゲーム。頭はあんまりよろしくないんだけど。よいしょ。あ、これ、セーブデータあるね。一番最初に、これ、一番最初の冒頭のとこだね。船で、なんだろう、なんて言ったらいいんだろう。まだね、事件は起こってないんですよ。そう、ちょっと画面の感じを見ようと思って始めたやつをそのまま始めてしまった方がいいや。
That's a big lake.
この彼女が私のパートナーです。今回の
It's kind of purple. Looks
紫色
poisonous.
毒が
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it.
何やら不思議な建物の前に訪れてきたんですけれども、まだ何も目的とかが語られてないので、なぜここに来たのかちょっと聞いていきましょうか。
You ready, Sally?
サリーちゃん、準備はいいかい、サリー。
Rumor, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
売りはそれ
Just
はお待た
checking.
せしました。7分半も待たしたかな。
You have the map?
ごめんね。
Yeah, but it's
地
basically
図
blank.
が
Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet.
Did
Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
ファイル、事件ファイル。あ、これが事件の概要ですね。じゃあちょっと読んでいきましょうか。殺人事件被害者フレア・フェロー44歳。なるほどなるほど。亡くなったのは19歳の若者なんですね。彼女か。フレイヤ。フローラ・フェローの肖像画を描いている途中で死亡。場所、フローラの塔。フローラは肖像画のためにポーズをとっていたためその場にいた。フレア・フェローは仰向けの状態で見つかり、胸に一つ刺し傷があった。事件現場で凶器は見つかっていないが、フレイヤの未完成の絵画には描かれている被写体がナイフを持っている。このナイフの先についている赤色は絵の具ではない。絵の具ではない。めっちゃ変なイントネーションになっちゃった。それは血であることが判明した。じゃあフローラさんが犯人じゃないの？これはテンガルタワー。テンガルなんかその読みが合ってるのかわかんない。紙切れに書いてある小さな絵、後ろにはメモが書かれている。現在はテンガルタワーと呼ばれているが、それは実は邸宅によってつながれている2つの塔のことを示している。丸い湖に囲まれていて、その水は珍しい色が入り混じった色。薄い真っ青な崖によって囲まれている。それらは急で滑らかすぎるため登ることはできない。どうやって来るんだろう。丸い湖に囲まれてて、湖は崖に囲まれてて、崖は登れない。じゃあどうやって来るの？これが事件の概要と場所ですね。なるほど。読みましたよと。
So, who do you think did it?
それで誰がやったと思う？いやー、
Sally, you know full well we haven't met a single suspect yet.
まあね、まだ何もわからないうちから決めつけるのは良くないね。
We haven't even been to the crime scene.
Still, I reckon I've got it all worked out.
地図を開きましょう。お、かわいい。こういう感じでね、この塔の、この塔の 上の方を目指していくだと思います。早速入っていきましょう。
The pond has little stone feet.
小さな石の足？
Seems a bit
あ、本当
superfluous.
だ。
You're superfluous.
かわいい。あー、なんかドラゴンかな？
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
Spooky.
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No,
フルボイス豪華だな。これは
it's a statue of some hideous, scaly,
二足
bipedal
歩
fish
行の
monster
魚のモンスター
Playing a harp.
がハープを弾いてる。
playing a harp. Hang on a second.
お、まあこの選択肢が出るということは、まあ、気になるならよく見てみましょう。うわ、
This isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not going to solve this just yet.
うん。これはくるくる回せるね。
Let's come back later. It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
うん。ハープの肖像。これを動かすってことですね。どういう規則で動かすのかはまだわからないですが、あ、飛ばしちゃった。
It's an egg.
卵。
What animal is that?
Hawk. Bear. Lizard.
うん。
Right, of course. A hawk bear lizard.
アシクマトカゲ。なるほどな。
It's a bandstand.
すごいな、どこでも調べられるな。これ、あれかもしれない。ここだけで終わってしまうかもしれない。
A bit small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
うん。踊る場所？歌う場所？キノコが生えてる。
This is some garden.
うん。
Do
綺
the
麗です
plants
ね。
all look a little strange to you?
This is some
Do the
garden.
plants all look a little strange to you?
うんうんうん。
It's quiet.
とても静か。
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to say, too quiet?
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of
適
quiet.
度な静寂。とてもというほどでもなかった。
That must be Tangle Tower.
ああ、この上に見えるのが。なるほど、結構大きいんだね。
This is some
Do
garden.
the plants all look a little strange to you?
This is some
Do the
garden.
plants all look a little strange?
うんうんうん。
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
暗号の種になるようなものは。あ、いけるんだ、そのまま先に。よし、じゃあエントランスに来ましたよと。トカゲ水陸両用生物の暗号はまたいずれ解くこと
Do
に
you
なる
think
ん
he'll
でしょ
start
う
to
か。
move if we try to go inside?
いかにも動き出しそうですね。
No. I think he'll just silently judge us.
あ
Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not?
ー、キンコ
It's a little melody.
ーン。おう、村メロ？トントントントントントントントンかな？
Little bird feeders.
How do you know they're for birds?
鳥以外にある？なんかお手紙っぽいのがある。
Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's
一
still
度
in
開けら
there.
れている。
Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
まあ落ちてるからね。誰のものかわからないと届けられないから。
No, definitely.
開かれている手紙。その暗証番号は別の紙に書かれている。暗証したら破壊しろ。君の理由には賛同できない。そこでは見つからないだろう。おう、何か不穏なお手紙ですね。
Oh,
What?
おう、
oh, there's an O on the floor.
あ、地面にあるのかないなと思ったけど、本当
Oh
だ。
yeah. Tangle Tower.
テンガルと、
Twir.
と、
Oh,
What?
oh,
Oh yeah. Tangle
つけとかない？
Why build a house here anyway?
うん、
I'm sure they have their
確かに。
reasons.
とても住みにくそう。
Why build a house here?
I'm sure they have their reasons. It's red, but I don't think it's painted.
うーん
It's just red.
木材が
A
赤いっ
path
てことか
leading
な。
towards the stone square.
石広場っていうのもあるんだね。ほうほうほうほう。めっちゃ移動できるな。それじゃあ、まあ中に入る前に。
Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west
あ
tower,
は
I
い、すいま
think.
せんでした。事件現場にね。OK です。
Now it's a big
これ
glass
は大
tube
きなガラスのチューブだね。
filled with
水
water.
でいっぱいになっている。
There are weeds in there and sand.
それに砂も。
It's an aquarium?
Could be, except there's nothing living in it
何もい
anymore.
ない水槽
Now it's a big
There are
glass.
weeds
It's
in
an
there.
aquarium?
Could be anymore.
これは
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
家系図。まあでも家族間の殺人現場っぽいので見た方が良さそうですね。全然わからん。全然わからん。どうしよう。
Fiona Fellow.
彼女
Dead
が
center. She
殺
must
され
be
てしまっ
important.
たピオナ・フロー。
She's half fellow and half Remington.
フェロー家とレミゴートン
Do you think she still lives here?
で、これが
Flint Fellow.
A purebred fellow, if there ever was. Married a randomer, though.
Do you think he still lives here?
フェリックス・フェローフローラ・
Flora Remington.
レミントン。
I think she's mentioned in our case file.
そうだ。彼女のことを書こうとし
I
て、
think she's mentioned in our case file. Fiona Fellow.
ピオナさんが
Dead center.
She's half
Knuckle
Do you
fellow.
think she still lives here?
家系図これでもじっくり見た方がいいのかな。一番最初が
Lord Remington.
オーランもう聞き取れないの
He sounds important. Lady Remington.
レミントン
I think I have one of those in my bathroom.
大きいお家なん
Lady
だね。
Fellow.
Do these people not have first names? Lord Fellow.
ロー
Looks like he was married twice.
Scandal.
Selena Stonetop.
No family line. Apparently, she just appeared out of nowhere.
セリーナ・ストーンタップ。まあでもこうやって家のエントランスに飾る家系図に書いてあるってことは、
Felicia Fellow.
そんなあれな感じではなかったのかな。フェレシア・フェロー。
Freya's mother.
フレイヤの
Do you
母
think
親
she。still lives here? Freya Fellow.
The murder victim.
あれ被害者がフレイヤか。ごめん。
She's barely related to the main family at all.
なるほどね。本当だ。
Damien Dusk.
Whoa. Is it too late to change my name to Detective Dusk?
It's Freya's father. Do you think he still lives here?
主人公と同じ名前だと。
Flint
A
Fellow.
purebred. Married a randomer, though.
Do you think he still lives here?
Emily Everstone.
エミリー・エヴンストン。
Do you think she still lives here?
エヴンストンって。
Fitzfellow. Half fellow, half Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
そうか、ここいろんな人が住んでるのか。やばい、名前覚えられないかもしれんな。
Buck Brackley.
What a name.
Do you think he still lives here?
こっちのうちが
Lady Pointer.
ポインタ
How do you become a lady? I want to be a lady.
ー。ポインター家。
Lord Pointer.
This goes back a couple of generations.
Percival Pointer. He married into the Remington family.
Do you think he still lives here?
レミントン
Lord Pointer.
Pointer.
This goes back a couple of generations.
Pandora Pointer.
ペンドア。
All this alliteration
Do you
isn't.
think she still lives here? Penelope Pointer.
ペネロペ
Half pointer, half Brackley.
Do you think she still lives here? Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half pointer.
Do you think she still lives here?
なるほどね。それぞれの家のハーフが住んでる。そんな感じですね。複雑だな、家系図。難しい。あ、でもあれだね。しかもエントランスがこれ多
What
分
is
I
that?
think it's a family trait.
ポインターと
Lady Fellow.
Do these
Fellow.
people not have first
フ
names?
ェローとポインター
Lady
で
I
Remington.
think I have one of those in my mouth.
分かれてますね。
Stairs.
This one has a big P.
That's
How very P-septic.
a big
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion?
ああ、まあでも互いにね、家のイニシャルだからあれだけど。
A door.
Oh, what's behind it?
A room.
せやろな。
It's not locked.
まあでも事故現場に行くのが最優先ですかね。どこって言ってたっけ？塔のてっぺん。
Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower, I
西
think.
塔のウエストタワーの一番上？ここか。じゃあこっちから行こう
Let's
か。
head to the crime
It's
scene.
at the top of the west
はい、すい
tower.
ません。順を追ってではなかった。着きましたと。ああ、これは現場ですね。
Let's take a look at that painting first.
うん。
There it is. The unfinished portrait
未
of
完成の
Flora
啊
フローラ
Fellow.
フェローの肖像画。
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
フレイヤちゃんは描いている途中に殺されてしまった。
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy.
フレイヤの絵画は
Maybe
ね、
it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime
喋っ
scene,
てくれる。
and something really weird about the murder weapon.
We didn't find a
Kyoki?
murder weapon.
奇妙な点がある。殺人の凶器。フレイヤに対する殺害方法に非常に奇妙な点がある。推理パートですね。次のものがついているナイフって隠されてるかどうかちょっとわかんないから、もうわかるところから入れていきましょうか。フローラ・フェロは血がついたナイフを持っている。それがフレイを刺したから？
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
現場から取り去られていた？現場にあった？なかった？でも一つだけって言ってたよね。
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with
読んで
blood,
くれるの
but it
嬉
was
しいな。
removed from the scene. Nope.
No? 食べるよね。まあでも刺したから。あ、フローラじゃなくて、あれかな。フレイヤが持ってたのかな。フローラの肖像画は血がついたナイフを
Flora's
持
is
っている。
holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
What?
はい。
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting? Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here?
確かに。でも絵の中の
Case
血
closed.
のついたナイフ以外には血の
And
ついた
even
ナイ
if
フ
you
が
were
ない。
right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
武器を見つけないといけないってことですかね。おう未完成の絵。フローラのと、じゃあちょっと話をまず聞いてみましょうか。挨拶もせずにすいません。
Flora fellow?
おお、すごいな。
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm
やり
afraid.
づらい相手ですね、これは。
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
殺人を目撃したかどうか。
What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
でも自分のことを書いてて、相手が亡くなるシチュエーションがわからん。じゃあ、これはチェックが入ってるのは聞いたってことかな。
Flora
あ、聞いたわ。
fellow?
自分自身、フローラさんのことについて。
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it.
寡黙な、
We'll just have to
Stanoka.
ask other people about her.
Yeah,
今は
okay.
喋る気分ではないのか。
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
うな
Was
ず
there
いてはくれて
something
るのか。
special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried. Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
この髪のなびきすごいな。
Yeah, she's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really
私も
doesn't
そう
know
思う。
anything.
How is that possible?
でも自分が絵を描かれてて気づけない状況って描かれているけれども目の前で起こる殺人に気づけない状況って言ったらフローラさんだよね。フローラさん自身が単純に分かってないだけかなあ。わかんないけど。
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
大きな亀裂が入った蓄音機。カセットテープが入れられる。
What about the
音
cassette
楽聴い
tape?
てたのか
Yeah,
な。
sure is. Pink.
トゥーフレイヤー。可愛らしいカセッ
Do
ト
you
テー
think
プ
it
です
still
ね。
The
works?
gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
じゃあ試してみましょうか。これか。どうやって使うんだろう。あ、拡大して見れるんだ。へえ。すごいな。調べられるところがいっぱいあるな。試してみましょう。オーディオカセットを聞くためならまだ使うことができます。聞いてみましょう。ピアノ？
It's piano music.
フレイヤーのためのピアノの曲。
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back.
うんうんうんうん。
There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle.
心臓
No real
一つき
signs of
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas,
So?
so she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
うんうんうん。
Let's check the case file again.
確かに。仰向けの状態で見つかり胸に一つ刺し傷があった。もうそれこそ肖像画に刺されたみたいな感じで亡くなっていたわけですね。
The outline. There's a single.
That's
What?
her feet were right up, so she
Let's
was.
check the case file again.
でもキャンバスの方には倒れなかった。
Supposedly, Freya was working on the paint. Looks like she was still holding her.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
書いてる途中に心臓を一突きで
Is that an
後ろ
egg?
に倒れる。あれかな、血がついてるってことはこのナイフのところにじゃあそのフレイヤちゃんの血がついたってことかな。
An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
これ開くんじゃないの？
I think it's a
Ah.
container for something.
よくわかんないや
Those
つだ。
gems look like they come off.
うんうん。宝石の位置を入れ替える。卵を回転させて後ろにある手がかりを見ます。あ、これは、うん。うん。うん。うん。ここが多分これだよね。ことは、こう基準にやってたらいいかな。入れ替えるってどういう風に。あ、普通に入れ替えれるんだ。OK。じゃあこれの通りにやっていけばいいんだね。短い方が三角、こっちが青。で、そこにかかった方の短い方が四角。あれ？なんかでもちょっと違う？いや、違わないね。違わない。これか？四角なのか。あ、四角だ。間違えた。で、太いとこもう一個が、ここと、それで、細いとこややこしいな。でも、ここにかかってるのはどっちも、あれ？どこにかかってるって？ここにかかってるのはどっちも、あれ？合ってる？独立したところが1個あるね。これがでも、これっぽいよな。どこだ、ここか。よいしょ。そして、この、ふにょってなってるのも特徴的だけど、こんなんあった？あった。全然あるわ。どっちがどっちだ？どっちがどっちだ？走行感覚がね、あまりよろしくない。これやった方が早そうだな。これがこうでしょ？で、こうか。合ってる？あれこうか。あれ？なんかもう完成してるところも私入れ替えた？もしかして。アホだ。これは合ってるでしょ？これもさっきしたでしょ？で、丸四角が合っていて、ここが宝石と、あ、ここが逆か。それから、 逆じゃなかったね。それで四角、三角、丸、四角。これつけるんじゃないか？
I'm impressed. Did it unlock?
Nothing.
何も入ってない。
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
もともと何かが入っていたのかな。
The whole room is a
Yeah,
strange.
there might be a reason for that.
部屋全体が変な
Half
感
the
じ。
room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
ああ、まあ、なんだろう。これ台になってるんだね。
A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look well read.
That's the only door in and out of the room.
ああ、屋根
It's
裏
also
部屋みたいな
on the floor.
感じか。
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there. That's the only door
It's
in.
also
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
ドアが壊れて
That's
い
the
る。
it's
only.
also
Sure is.
a bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look well read. It's so dark back there.
Somehow the sunlight doesn't seem to be making it very
光は部
far
屋の
into
奥
the
には
room.
届かない。じゃああれだね、暗い方から行ったら見えない可能性
The
もある。
whole room is a strange
Yeah,
feeling.
there might be a reason for that.
We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
一番上。まだ上に何かあるのかな。一回でもここで見れる分はこれだけな気がしますね。さあ次どうしようか。あ、すべての部屋を調べよう。なるほど。後輩。作業場。ええ。すいません。
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it.
気に入られたみたいで
Felix
すよかった。
Fellow at your beck and call.
フェニックス・フェロー
And,
さん。
this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
Well, I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all
ああ
about.
確かに宝探し感はあるね。
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
秘密の部屋。
So, Felix, what
フェリ
exactly
ック
do
スさんの
you...
ことを聞きましょう。作業場って言ってたから
Is it
何かを
not
作ってる人なのかな
obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer
Explorer.
slash treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse
確かにお
statues.
宝らしきものがいっぱいある。
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well,
妹は
the
喧嘩で
fellow
はな
family
く、
has certain loyalties.
フェロー家に妻と
And
娘がい
with
る。
Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world.
大事にしてるんですね。
The greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah,
Sounds
right.
like
Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be...
Hear that, Grimoire? we're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
確かに、すぐ隣だもんね。
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora too, of course.
みんないたんだ。
Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
いっぱい人が出てきたぞ。ここはまだ開けない。なるほど。
A little hand-painted
How
stuff.
can you tell it's
Well,
happening?
the paints are right there on the desk.
さあどうし
Also,
た
I
もん
mean,
かな。
no offense, but you can just tell.
ある程度部屋を調べた方がいいんだろうけれども、ちょっと証言をまず集めていきたいところではありますよね。いろんな人の話を聞いていきましょう。これがフレイヤの部屋。
That painting is really something.
大きな絵が。
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on, there's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
絵画の写真。なるほどね。何かアイディアを出してたのかな。
Drawings.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like two people standing. One of them's holding a red rose.
これはポピーかな。ここもまあいろいろ重要なものがありそうではある。また後でゆっくり見ましょう。あ、誰かいますね。お邪魔してます。
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these
理
conditions.
系女子だ。
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I'm still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me.
Oh no? How come?
Because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over
目の
23
位置
minutes.
すごいな。
Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis?
早い早いセリフめく
The
りが。
murder?
Yeah, come on,
Because it's
Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects.
まずは
And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow. microbiologist,
彼女が
inventor.
フィーフィー。
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of
親の
murder.
二人はどちらも殺人はできない。
Fifi, you said you were a micro something or other?
Microbiologist.
微生物
But it
学
is
者。
an insignificant label. My studies cannot be
目の位置が気になる。
categorized in any one
あ、どういう。
recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination
これ
with the
花か。
microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12.
メガ
Not
ネ
satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
欲しい
Does
な、
it
そ
glow
れ。
red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing. What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too.
協
So
力的
talk.
ではないか。
I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
切
Oh,
ないな
I'm。sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
じゃあ、聞いてみ
I
まし
was
ょう
in
か。
my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in
な
the
るほ
face.
どね。降りてきた、
She insisted that we go up to Flora's
こっちから降
tower,
りてきたって言ってたポピーちゃんは、
and Poppy's
殺
father
人
was
現場を見
waiting
た後だったん
outside.
ですね。
He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library.
な
We
るほど
performed a
ね。
test and found out that
そ
it
れが
was,
血
in
で
fact,
あると。
blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
なるほど。まあでも
Fifi's
それのおか
bedroom
げで
should
ね、
be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
フィフィの部屋が空いてる。まあでもとりあえず話をいろいろ聞きに行きましょうか。これはフィフィの部屋だね。こっち側は、なんだろう。あ、これは外だ。石広場、あ、でも誰かいる。話を聞こう。え
Wow, nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick
探偵で
Grimoire.
す。
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
ディレクターです。
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
彼も探偵。彼女か。
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than
ハークショ
Grimoire.
ー。
Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
やばい、バディ取られる。
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client.
名前が非常に読みにくい。なんて読んだらいいんだ。
Clearly, this is something which
ボイス
eludes
が
you. But
で
a
読ん
real
でくれては
detective
いたけれど
refrains
も
from。handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
なるほど。一応聞いてみますか。
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. let us make a small exception.
優しい。
Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours.
昨日はいたん
5 and
だ。
a half days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
なんかね、顔に傷跡
As it
が。
happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers is one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window.
さっきと同じ感じで過ごしてたってことで
Didn't
す
say
ね。
a word. Although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library
図書
was
館での調
unexpectedly
査中に
disrupted.
邪魔が入った。
Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had
で、次
transpired.
に、
Then she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase.
さっ
More
きの
so than
女
at
の子た
any
ちが行っ
moment
て、
prior, I felt like
で、
quite an intruder in the house.
ペネロペさん
I
が行
took
った
my
と。
leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the
それは誰
greenhouse
もい
was
なか
without
った。
its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was
Greenhouse.
transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
庭師はでも一番最初にいたね。
His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
第一発見者というか、一番最初に現場にたどり着いたのは庭師さんっぽいですね。庭師に話を聞きたい。あ、大きいなぁ。赤い目が素敵ですね。おお、びっ
Sally,
くりした。
don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes.
大男ですね。
Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around
Right.
staring?
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
サリーちゃん頼りになる
Fitz
なぁ。
fellow. The gardener.
Mm-hmm.
寡黙な男
And
だ。
why are you so tall?
I don't know.
聞いてみましょ
You
うか。
work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's
Oh,
just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire
ち
house.
ょっと色が
Yeah,
あ
I
れだったり
love
不思議な感
The
じだよ
color
ね。
is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've
つまり
perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were
つまり
talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA
DNA
sometimes.
変化
Alteration? Like mutation.
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
手入れはしてるけれども DNA についてはまあただ受け止めて
I
るだ
was
け
in
っ
my
て感じかな
greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes
Penelope-chanが来
looking
た
at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
庭
Let
がい
me
っぱいだ
guess.
ね
Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
うん
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was
屋
quiet.
上の庭にいた
And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
人間っぽくはない
We thought it
叫
was
び
coming
声
from
らしき
Flora's tower.
の
So
が
we
聞
went
こえ
up
て
there.
向かった
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge.
あ
There
ま
was
あでもフ
nothing
ィレッ
else
クス
I could
は
do
あ
to
れだね
help.
廊下に出たとこ
I
ろを
wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
うんなるほどまあでも聞いてて
Fitz's room is unlocked.
特に
It's up in the fellow
違和感は
tower.
なかったけどな
This could be interesting.
ポピーだっけに話を聞きたいなポピーさんはピアノが弾けるんだ
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude!
Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
特殊メイクの人か
That
な
makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
What's your name?
My name is
うな
Poppy.
だれ具合がす
I'm
ご
a
い
pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're
All
pretty.
in the wrist.
ピアノ
13
私も
years
上
of
手くなりたい
dedicated
な
practice.
すごい
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer.
うんうん
The
ポインター
professor
博士お
spends
家み
most
たい
of
な
his
人です
time
ね
hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
Two of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest
Fifi,
friends. We all
Freya.
turned 19
で
last
もフィ
year.
ッツと一緒にいたんですよね
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just... if-
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but
フレイはここ出たがっていた
things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer. 3.5 hours of piano practice.
3時間半すごいな
Same as
3
always.
時間半を
3 and a
13年間。
Does that not hurt your
それは
hands?
Sure.
すごいね。血の滲むよう
This
な
in the music
努
room?
力だね。
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
なるほど
Was
ね
it。just you up there?
No, Fitz came outside after a while.
でそこでフィッ
His
ツと
room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about
一緒に
flowers.
現場に行ったと。
Did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
2人とも静かな方だもんね。
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's
叫
tower,
び声
so we
みたい
went
な
up
も
there
の
to
が聞こえ
check.
たと。
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
なるほど。
I
それ
went
でドアが
inside.
壊れたんだね。
Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked.
でも、
But I
あれです
knocked
ね、
and
ポッ
shouted at her.
ピーの
Eventually she let me in.
前に誰かが降りてるんですよね。
But I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower.
向こうの塔から来てたんだよね。
He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of science. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
そうなると、あれですね、ポピーの前に階段を降りていった人。
All right. Poppy's
鍵を
bedroom
I
is
wonder
on.
what's in there.
部屋の鍵を閉めた状態で誰かが降りていっていたことですかね。で、降りていった人物が、どうなんだろう。博士とペネロペさんが今のところわかんないけど、もう降りて戻るってことはできなくはないもんね。聞きに行ってみましょう。あ、ペネロペさんだね、きっと。美人さんだ。
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely!
ああ、確か
And
に。
that shape. You're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks.
かわ
I
いい
do what I
ね。
can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short
彼
for
女がペ
Penelope?
ニー。
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you
ペ
think?
ネロペがペニー。
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends
思
are
ったより
birds.
想像よりアクティブな人っぽい。
Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying.
鳥をいろいろ飼って
Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love
Kawaii.
of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to
Him?
admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Hmm? Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz.
Fitz.
He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Fitz Fellow.
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our two families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
なるほどね。まあでもいいんじゃないですか、ちょっとハキハキ系の
I
女の子と
awoke early and headed down into
寡
the
黙な
greenhouse to see
男の
Fitz.
子と。
He's always there. Crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course, and they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I.
なんかちょっと切ない感じですね。
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
なるほど。まあでも何も食い違ってはいないか
We
な。
can get into Penny's room.
Now, like, right now?
あとは、じゃあ、おじさんですね。博士に話を聞きましょうか。あ、間違えてお部屋に入っちゃった。
This is the...
Too fancy.
What does
I
that...
don't know.
おじさんの部屋はどこだろう。あ、いたいた。天文棟。
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So quiet and
不思議な
yet
人だ。
so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of
まあ、
dust,
距離が
you
遠すぎ
and
るから
I.
ね。
Mm-hmm. Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems
こうい
like
う
this
カタ
tower
ツムリい
belongs
たよ
to the
ね。
Pointers,
家を
and
背
the
負っ
other
てる
one
カタツ
belongs
ム
to
リ
the。Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens.
二重性
Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
ポインター家とプロ、もうダメだ、名前が。固
Not
有
much
名
to
詞
say.
が。
Strictly speaking, and of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the cosmos I say hi.
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening. I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever, then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
なるほど、お家問題がなかなか複雑そうですね。さあ、というわけで証言は全部聞きましたが、
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
ちょっともう一度見直しましょう。容疑者の
That's
声明。
all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were
聞い
up
てい
in
た
the
感
moon
じは
garden most of the afternoon. Then I heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs.
I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. Just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall,
で
and
も今の
begun
ところ
at
ト
the
レジャー
bell
ハンターさんの
As I
2
was
回目の
passing through the front
1回目
door,
か1回目の足
a
音が
melody called out
謎
from behind
だよ
me.
な。
I inquired about the professor, and she told me she'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in
こ
the
の辺
face.
はその通り
I
ですね。
recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Tangle Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other. It's a little boat we use. It's the only way on.
What a comforting thought.
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater?
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little. Toot, 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 toot.
Please don't do that.
かわいいね。さあ、供述を全部聞いて。
That's all the statements collected.
おいでも
Do you think anybody's watching us from one of those?
Maybe. Let's wave just in case. It's a garden, I think.
We could.
Ready when you are.
フィフィと話をしようというヒントが出てますね。お部屋、まあいいか。おいおい見ることになるとは思いますが、じゃあまあ話をしてみましょうか。お、キャラクターが全部揃ってる。あれ、フィフィって彼女だよね。
Name: Fiona Fellow. Likes the meaningful dislikes
自己紹介してくれる。
the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes: kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
ペネロペさんと同じ
How are you related
っぽ
to
いで
the
す
other
ね。
fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
なるほど。あ、いろんな人の話が聞けるんだな。じゃあまあちょっと。
Books about
The
birds.
shelves are...
Oh, so you're a the shelves are half empty kind
You
of
knew
person.
this already.
どうしよう。普通に話を聞きますか。いけないよ。
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. She told me I thought she was playing a trick on me. She insisted that we left the room when I saw Freya lying. Then I took a sample. Poppy and I took the We performed a test and found out.
You performed that even though you were.
Of course. Why would one of
あ、あれか、フィーフィーの話が聞けてたあれかな。部屋に行けってことかな。行きましょうか。
Nice room.
It's a mess. But yeah.
綺麗なというか、いい部屋ですね。
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99%.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the
That's
can.
even worse.
何も書かれていない缶の飲み物。
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
何かを書いている。本。相関図？血縁？いや。
Is that supposed to be me? Why do I look so angry?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking. Does make you wonder, though. When did Fifi draw all this?
そうだね。
I think that's supposed to be Felix. Is Fifi trying to solve the mystery with math equations?
Maybe. Did you ever try that? Maybe it works.
でもあれですね、主人公。あ、
That's you,
こ
Sally.
れサリーちゃんか。
What? I do not look like that. Do I?
結構似てると思うけどな。まあでも接点があった人というか、そんな感じですね。
Is Fifi?
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
Did you notice who isn't?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
確かに。フレイヤとフィフィ。そんなん言われたら分かんなくなっちゃうじゃん。
Is all this?
ちょっと待ってよ。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9人しかいないの？
Mm-hmm.
フレイヤとフィフィを含めて9人 ?9 人だね。登場人物を覚えないといけないな。さっきのフィフィのとこをクリックしたらお話が聞けたからちょっとずつ聞いてみますか。お、フローラ・フェロー。あ、これわかりやすいな。フィフィのお母さん。フェレックスがお父さん。フレント・フェロー、弟さんがいたけれども、もう引っ越してしまったってことだね。で、ポピーちゃんがお友達だったと。すごい、辿ったルートもわかるんだ。これですね、ちゃんと調べればしっかりまとめてくれるからわかりやすそう。お父さんとお母さんはおられないと、フレイヤちゃん。で、フローラさんの肖像を描いていた。フィッツ君のお父さんも、あ、そうか、そのお父さんが、あれだね、名前が、フェリックスの弟さん。家系図みたいなのって読み解くの難しいな。ウィンター博士は、パンドラさんっていう妹さんがいたんだね。2ポインター。B ポインター。なるほど。
What's that big book on the
Looks
desk?
like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
It's a magnifying
How
glass.
come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
パイプは雰囲気出ると思うよ。
You can pull off a pipe.
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
だらっと。シャンデリアかなこれ。
Crystal chandeliers. Extra fancy.
I don't know. They just seem old-fashioned to me. Plus, they're kind of dusty.
That's a whole lot of books.
すごい。
Boxes of stuff.
何かの箱。
A new suspect.
ぬいぐるみ。
Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a...
I'm innocent, I promise!
Save it for the judge.
イチャイチャするな。
That's a whole lot of books. It's a bed.
Barely.
ああ、まあでもこういう感じになっていくよね。なんか、もうシーツとかずれていくけど、もういいかみたいな気持ちがしばらく続いてしまうときはある。
Probably. I'll openly admit I have no idea what any of it means. Stuff Fifi's thrown away.
You gonna rummage through the trash
ゴ
can?
ミ箱あさりは基本じゃないですか？
No. That is
Level
quite
低いって言われた。
beneath me. Thank you.
I give it 5 minutes before you're in there.
これは何？
It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
よく見てみましょう。なんだろう。ああ、これ。
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
4つの虫眼鏡レンズを横にスライドさせて位置を正しましょう。プラスプラスプラスプラスプラスプラスマイナス。なるほどね。マイナス。あ、これが鍵になるということか。ああ、なるほど。こういうことつなげるってことだよね、きっと。こうあ、さえ渡ってるんじゃない私。ちょっと。
I guess that's wrong.
The 4 lenses all have different magnification, so they must each have a specific position along the rail.
はい。ちょっと違う？ここがあれか。違うのか。プラスプラスとマイナスを掛け合わせて、あ、こっちか。こっちが掛け合わせるとこかな。プラスを、ここか？難しい。これ、ここで合ってるよね、多分。もう繋がってるくないこれで。今さっきのやつどうやってやってたんだ？ここに枠が1個来るはず。なんだよな。こうじゃないのかな。
Nope.
You need to magnify different parts of the image, so they line up and it looks like you might need to overlap some of the lenses too.
一部のレンズを重複させて。こうか。こう。伸びていくね。これはここっていう確証があるんだよな、割と。これ以上ないよね、だって。あ、違うのか。プラスプラスがまた別のとこなのかな。プラスプラスプラスか。これをここに。あ、こっちがこうかな。 そしたらプラスプラスプラスの一番大きいのをこの一番小さい鍵穴のところに当てがって、で鍵穴が一つになっちゃった。むずい。むずいね、これね。でも一番小さいところは多分このプラスプラスプラスじゃないとどうにもならないと思うんですよね。あ、こうか。よいしょ。つながれ。どういうこと？ここがくっつかないんだよ
な。Nothing.
You want to close up all the gaps on the spine of the key. Get it all to line up. Start by finding the parts that are too small and make them bigger, or vice versa.
小さすぎるパーツを探してそれを大きくする。大きすぎるパーツを探してそれを小さくする。なるほど。プラスプラスプラス大きくして、こっちを小さくして、でもこれはプラスプラスだと大きすぎる？かといって他のところもあれそうしょうがないしな。こうかなと思うんだけど。その後でもあと1個が収まらないんだよね。でもこうめちゃめちゃヒント出してくれるからありがたいですね。難しいな。これいいんじゃないか？ダメ？こうか。こうだ。だから一番大きいのはやっぱりここだったんだ。よいしょ、こうかな？微妙に噛み合わない。これでいけてる？あ、できた。よかった。
I'm impressed. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
This device でロックされている。読めないの？これか。これでも前ドライバーとかでできるのかな？それともこれのダイヤル式のやつなのかな？ 難しいな。
Nice room.
It's a mess, but yeah. Homemade posters. This one's about the Pythagoras.
I've not heard of that band. Are they? Nice room.
It's a mess, but yeah.
まあでもこれで見れるところは大体見たかな、フィフィのお部屋は。よし、じゃあこれで今日は一旦おしまいにしようかな。1時間半やった。とりあえず事件のあらましが大方出揃いましたというところですね。供述が出て、登場人物全員と話して、で、あとはじゃあその事件の不思議なところをどんどん探っていきましょうというところですね。まだ謎、どこか不思議な点、不審な点とかも特に見当たらなかったけどな。まあそれぞれのね、部屋の様子とかを見て、何か矛盾があれば突きつけていきたいなと思います。よし、寝よう。いや、もう4月も終わっちゃうのか。では、また明日。おやすみなさい。お疲れ様です。